Hey guys, welcome to the end of year video 2021. I hope everybody is doing well. A lot of stuff has happened this year. It's been a very interesting year. And there's a lot of things for us to talk about, so let's get straight into it. Just a quick PSA before we start the video, don't forget COVID is still a thing. I know you're probably sick of hearing it, and I have seen people saying that they are genuinely sick and tired of people like myself reminding everybody that COVID is still a thing, but it is still incredibly important to make sure you keep yourselves and others safe by washing your hands, making sure that you're wearing masks, visors, social distancing if necessary, staying at home if necessary, and just generally keeping yourselves safe and reminding others to do the same thing. Those of you that are reluctant to get the vaccine, please remember it is to keep yourself and others safe. The way this works is that if you get the vaccine, you are less likely to become seriously ill and suffer from long COVID related effects. But most importantly, it means that it is less likely you will get seriously ill, which means it is less likely that you will need to go to hospital to be treated, which means it is less likely that hospitals become full and are unable to treat as many people as they need to. If hospitals become full, decisions have to be made as to who can be treated and who can't, which is a horrible thing to have to experience. So we have to make sure that if we can avoid going to the hospitals by getting the vaccine, that we do just that. By getting the vaccine, you're keeping yourself safe, and you're also helping to keep other people safe by reducing the chances that hospitals will become overcrowded from COVID victims. Even when thinking about all of the extremely minor risks and all of the things that people say to prevent you from doing so, please keep this in mind. It is incredibly important. Right, PSA over, let's get to the video. Okay, so this year we finally graduated from university. We graduated UEA with a Bachelor's of Computer Science. And honestly, the last 3 years have been absolutely phenomenal. They have been incredible. University in general is an incredible experience, and if you're thinking about going to university, I highly recommend it, even if it might cost a lot. Honestly, do not worry about the cost. You will work it out in the future, I promise. COVID has made things a little bit different, like I spoke about in the last year video, but the end of the year was still really enjoyable. I was still able to meet up with people. We kept everything safe. I was able to tie up a few loose ends before I left. And just in general, everything has actually gone quite well. So now that I finished uni, I have sort of been stuck at home looking for some work. I have had an opportunity to work on music and other videos and stream as well, which I'm going to mention towards the end of the video. Right now, I have recently received a very, very interesting job offer as a software developer. I've had an interview, and hopefully I will be getting the results very soon. So once that happens, I will let people know in the description if they're interested. But this is amazing for me because this is a huge step into my career as a software developer, which is amazing for me because this is what my degree is for. So it's just going to be fantastic. Now, moving away from my personal life for a bit, we're going to look at the videos that we produced this year, specifically the music that we made this year. Okay, so videos that we made this year included Rush Diamond Edition, which was the 7th installment of the Rush franchise, Devora, Red Smoke, Rest, which featured IPJS, who released it on Spotify very briefly without my permission because for some reason he decided to master the track really strangely and then release it, which I kind of disagreed with. I managed to tell him that eventually, and then he took it down, which was good. Then he re-released it with my version, which I haven't really promoted as much as I should have, but I'm going to do that this year. Avalanche with Deca, Ultra Core Revitalized, Golem, which was released on Denna Records, Tail with Black Winter, the Until the End remix, the Pass Me By remix, which was part of a competition which featured around 200 people attempting to remix the track. I ended up coming about 24th, which was incredible. The Arcade remix, which was Black Winter's track. The remix of Close to You, which was by Richard Mark, who was also a UEA student, fun fact. Thunderheart with Lisa Shetner, a piano cover of Until the End. Battle Stations, Saint, Ghost God the Resurrection with Deca. The English and French duet of Until the End with Lisa Shetner. The Raindrops remix, which was a track by Abstraction, the remix of Celsius, which was a track by Cult Batch, a remix of Battle Against a True Hero, which is a track from Undertale by Toby Fox, and a fun Christmas track that I did with Lisa called Baby There's COVID Outside. There have also been a few other non-music related videos on the channel, including various joke and meme related videos, scrapped projects videos, more Mind the Music podcasts, more mega mixes, a 500 subscriber special video which was a lot of fun to make, a video promoting the new sample pack that we made this year, which was the Tyler Brooker EDM sample pack, which I will leave a link to in the description. And also, most recently, reactions to all of my old music from 2013 all the way to 2017, which I will be continuing next year, reacting to all of my stuff throughout university until the most recent track. I also helped mix some other stuff this year, including Strawberry Garden, Cinnamon and Scarlet Letter, which are all tracks from Lisa Shetner, and also some other tracks including the Floating Against a Soulless Illusion album by Nasty God, and also Sour. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, I'm not sure why it's called that, but that's also from Nasty God, so go check that out. I also worked with a few other people this year, including Flo and Jumerm, mainly on hip-hop related projects. We also had a few tracks featured on the radio this year on BBC Suffolk and BBC Essex, plus a few other unnamed stations, and those tracks included Ultracore Revitalised, Boss, and Underdog. And of course, I can't forget that I was interviewed on BBC Suffolk on the 15th of May this year. It was whilst I was at university, it was whilst I was in my flat. It was over the phone, obviously because of COVID, but it was an absolutely fantastic experience, and honestly, I would love to do it again. Now, you guys know that I've already released a few EPs, including Absolute, Escape, and Upgrades, but this year we released our first album, which was Blood, Sweat and Fears, which had 8 tracks and included other tracks like Underdog, Boss with Black Winter, Sludge Lord, Shards, and the dubstep remix of Golem. You'll notice that some of these tracks are on the channel as their own individual video, whereas some of them are only part of the Blood, Sweat and Fears mix that is on the channel. So the reason for this is because some of the tracks in the album had already been finished, and some of the tracks in the album hadn't been started. Some of them had also been sort of half started. I hadn't really worked on them very much. So what I wanted to do was to finish a bunch of new tracks whilst also adding in the older tracks. So for example, Saint, Boss, Ghost God and Tail were already finished. Shards was in development but wasn't quite finished yet, and at the time Underdog, Sludge Lord and the Golem remix hadn't actually been started yet. So this gave me an opportunity to work on a bunch more tracks to make a full album basically, rather than an EP, and it was definitely worth it. This year, growth on the channel has been absolutely fantastic. We have reached 500 subscribers this year. Currently, as of making this video, we are on 668 subscribers, which is amazing. Obviously, to commemorate 500 subscribers, I made the 500 subscriber special video, which is me going over some of my best moments and funniest moments on the channel. So if you haven't seen that, I highly recommend going and checking it out. We've also reached more than 250,000 channel views on this channel. Now I know a large chunk of that comes from the Sidemen Bake Off meme video that I made quite a while ago, but also this year the Goosebumps remix that I made back in my 3rd year of uni, which is a remix of Travis Scott's Goosebumps, also blew up, which was really good. Currently it's hit more than 50,000 views on YouTube. It's been added to a lot of different playlists on YouTube, and that's currently where I'm getting my most attention, which is absolutely fantastic. Obviously, I would have much preferred it if one of my original tracks blew up in the same way as one of my remixes, but I'm not complaining because it's still a form of recognition that can be appreciated. Myself and Lisa both participated in a Splice vocal remix contest, and unfortunately we both didn't do very well, but it was a bit of an interesting contest. There were a lot of people and there were a lot of very talented entries. Both of our entries, I must say, were talented and they were done with a lot of effort, but the way the tracks were judged was very rushed and it was done very unprofessionally. It was a vocal remix contest, so obviously the main focus should have been on the vocals, but it seemed as if the guy judging the contest was more focused on the actual mix of all the elements in the track, which was a bit strange. Regardless, it was still a lot of fun to do. I also featured on the New Artist Spotlight website where I was interviewed with 10 questions. I will leave a link to that in the description as well if it is still available, if you wish to check that out. Now, I'm going to start talking about the Spotify, but I'm going to preface it by saying the Spotify this year has been absolutely incredible. So far, Golem has reached more than 26,000 plays, and it's my first track to hit more than 25,000 plays, which is absolutely incredible. Battle Stations has hit more than 22,000 plays. Until the End has hit more than 20,000 plays. Hydroxide has hit more than 17,000 plays. Devora has hit more than 12,000 plays, and Avalanche has hit more than 10,000 plays. Last year, in my end of year video, I mentioned that we had hit around 15,000 streams in total. This year, in total, we have hit more than 116,000 1,000 streams. Just think about how much bigger that is. That is incredible. Last year, people listened to my stuff for around 800 hours. This year, people listened to my stuff for around 4,800 hours, which again is incredible. Last year, we had around 1,600 different listeners. This year, we had around 28,000 different listeners. Last year, my stuff was streamed in around 72 different countries, whereas this year it was streamed in 121 different countries. And, most significantly, last year, in the video, I said that we peaked at around 500 monthly listeners, which was a big milestone. This year, we hit more than 10,000 monthly listeners. I was so incredibly gassed when I hit more than 1,000. Then I saw it go up to 2,000. Then I saw it go up to 5,000. I saw my own monthly listeners beat Jake and Alvar, the two guys that hosted the Pass Me By remix that I took part in. And then when I saw it hit 10,000 monthly listeners, I was absolutely blown away. I am so incredibly thankful for the people that have been streaming my music this year and helping me grow. You guys have been so amazing and I could not have reached this point without you. So thank you all so much. So a couple of other things I want to mention before I end the video. So I recently got a new laptop as well. It's a ROG Strix with some incredible specs. It is designed to be a gaming laptop, but I use it for pretty much everything because it is just amazing for everything now. I've been streaming a lot more to my Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/terabytetv. I'll leave a link to that in the description as well, where I basically play a bunch of games. Sometimes I dual stream and group stream with people. I mainly stream stuff like Terraria, Doom Eternal, Minecraft, Realm of the Mad God, and other similar games. Sometimes I stream music production, sometimes I stream video production. So yeah, if you're interested and you have a couple of hours to spare, or maybe even a few minutes, just drop by and say hi. So now we've come to the end of the video. I want to give a few brief shout outs to the people that have supported me and my channel this year. So I'm going to give a shout out to Lisa Shetner, Black Winter, Decker, Nasty God, Abstraction, IPJS, Flo, Jumerm, Richard Mark and Coltbatch for your support on the channel and for being able to work with you guys. You guys have been absolutely amazing and I wish you all the best of luck for next year. I also want to give a massive shout out to the people that have supported me more in my personal life, including Charlie, Ed, Miranda, Sel, Carlos, Katie, Maxim and everybody else who helped me out through uni. And of course, I want to give a massive shout out to everybody who supported me this year on the YouTube channel, on the Spotify and on the Twitch and all of my other platforms as well. You guys have been absolutely incredible. I love you guys so much and next year is going to be absolutely amazing. It's going to be bigger, it's going to be better and there's so much more stuff coming. Thank you all so much for watching and I hope to see you all next year. Bye!